Phillies, anybody know it?
42.
34.
You think you're good?
And after last night, all the naysayers found out why they brought in Duran the night he got hit on the leg.
Vic, do you feel like you're any closer to an answer at that second cornerback spot?
Not yet. I think all the guys are pretty even right now. And Jakorian just got here, got a full week last week. Need to give him a full opportunity with the other guys.
Are you disappointed at all that no one has just run away with that job?
Well, not really. I mean, they're close, Usually it does become pretty obvious to everybody as to who's going to win the job. That hadn't happened yet. I think they all have done a good job in and of their own way. Had good moments, not so good moments. So we haven't reached that conclusion yet.
With Drew, when he makes those kind of plays in a preseason environment,
Who does?
Drew
Yeah.
Mukuba, how do you kind of weigh that? Is that an impressive performance to you, or how do you kind of weigh it?
Well, each and every play is its own entity. The interception was obviously a good play. Wasn't a great play on their part, but that's not our problem. It's when you have an opportunity to make a play, you got to catch it, and you got to run with it. So that was a good play. The fumble recovery obviously was, again, a botch on their part, but some guys have a knack to make you pay for those botches, and it's our ball instead of 2nd and 11.
You mentioned at the beginning of camp that we'd see Cooper DeJean at outside cornerback. We have not seen that yet. Why is that?
I watched today's practice.
Is it coming?
He'll be out there a little bit.
Is he competition on the outside as well?
What's that?
Is McWilliams part of the competition?
He is. Yes, he is.
How is Jakorian done as far as picking things up in these 2 weeks?
Good. I think it's been good. We purposely didn't, we could have played him in the first preseason game off of being here, just what it was, 2 days or 3 days max, but didn't want to put him out there not knowing totally what to do. And he'll get another good amount of reps this week.
Following up on Jeff's question, do you see a possibility where Cooper could play on the outside and someone else in the slot this season?
Not at this time.
When you look at a guy like Patrick Johnson made plays last preseason, this preseason, how do you evaluate him as an edge guy?
Yeah, Patrick was a guy that, we were disappointed to lose last year when we did. He's a reliable player that knows how to play, and we're glad to have him back. And, he does well when he gets his reps.
What
So
do you
not
liked about the way Matt McWilliams has played so far?
Mac had that injury which held him out of practice. I don't know the exact amount of days, but we'll call it a week maybe. And I think it's affected him, but hopefully he'll feel more healthy this week and we can see the true version of him. But because I think there's more there than we're seeing and getting right now, and I think it's probably more injury related and missing time related.
How is Jihad progressing, especially from that second level? That looked like a really good blitz. How do you see that him progressing?
Yeah, he's been getting better and better each and every week. Like I say, he still has his hiccups, but I do think he's getting better and better and better. And Bond's going to practice some today for the first time in a long time. And he'll get in there some with Bond. Trotter will also. So that will settle him down too a little bit, hopefully.
Follow up on Cooper DeJean. You say not.
Start over.
Not at this time with Cooper on the outside. What would it require to seriously consider him at full-time outside corner?
Someone to develop at the nickel position, and someone not to develop at the corner position. And we haven't seen Cooper play any corner either, other than NC2A ball. So there's a lot of unknowns there to be answered yet.
How do you feel Aziz is coming along?
He's coming. Yeah, I had a nice play the other day in the rush. He's coming.
When you
Brandon Johnson, what about the depth chart, I think?
Who?
Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, he got hurt in the game the other day, and you won't see him out here, I don't think, for a few days. So, but he had a good week of practice. Prior to getting hurt in the game, he got beat a couple times.
When it comes to deciding which linebacker will be next to Zach Bond, how much is it just the evaluation of that player, and how much of it do you factor in how they play next to Zach?
Well, it's how they play. Obviously, I think if they're playing next to Zach, it might make it easier for them. Some players, especially when you're a young player at ILB, safety, the same thing. If there's a veteran that can run the show and help you out a little bit, that helps.
Vic, you mentioned Byron Young at different points this camp. What have you seen from him Saturday in his first game action?
Yeah, I was, number one, pleased that he was able to take the amount of reps that he did, because he missed about a week or so of their camp too, and I think he's been getting better and better, and was pleased with his play overall.
We've seen a fair amount.
Did that performance in the preseason game, Vic, do enough to separate him in that competition, or how are you looking at that?
Not yet, no.
We've seen Jalen Hunt foot back and forth to each side a fair amount, especially in the last week or so. Nolan, for the most part, stays on that one side. What's the reasoning there?
Yeah, Nolan, tweaked his left shoulder a little bit, so we just played him extensively on the left, because your inside arm takes the brunt of the action. So we tried to take that off his left shoulder, and that was the only reason.
Are you expecting these competitions to go into the third preseason game, or do you want these next 3 days of practice?
They will probably go into that game.
When you talk about development at the slot corner spot, potentially moving Cooper, who are some people in that mix that you're trying to develop? Parry, Nickerson?
Parry, Mac, Brandon. Those are the guys right now.
What do you like about Nickerson, veteran?
Perry's a veteran guy, obviously. Hasn't played a lot of ball, even though he's a veteran. But when he seems to get his chances, he does pretty good. And we'll see. He'll get more reps this week also.